Mr. Speaker, the needs of New Brunswickers who are struggling with mental illness and substance use disorder are not being met. I have worked to help people access addictions treatment and seen the roadblocks they keep hitting. People are waiting up to 6 months for rehab treatment in this province. We learned from the Department of Health at committee earlier this fall that as of January 2023, 140 people were waiting for outpatient substance use treatment, while another 300 were waiting for inpatient treatment. This is in addition to the 221 people waiting for detox beds. Earlier this week, the Minister of Public Safety told us that the Minister of Addictions and Mental Health is working on a 50-bed treatment centre. So, Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Addictions and Mental Health. When will we see these desperately needed beds? When will they be ready? And will these beds be in Grand Bay? And if not, where?
Thank you for that question. And yes, there's a lot of work to do. And you know that through the chair to the member opposite, she knows that we've promised a 50-bed facility, and that's where the need is. But we've done a lot of work. There's been a lot of work done, Mr. Speaker, even before I took this position. There was the strategies and action plan that have been developed, the International Action and Mental Health Action Plan through February 2021. A lot of those initiatives that were set out to do, they've been completed. The Provincial Health Plan, stabilizing health care. So some of the things that we've been doing, there's now 26.5 FTEs were added to the child and youth teams to deliver this service. The wait list for the child and youth team services have been reduced by more than 60%. Wow. The mental health counseling one-at-a-time therapy for youth is being offered at a minimum wait of 5 days. The educators sector have been trained to provide one-at-a-time therapy. And between September 2020...
Thank you, Minister. Member for Memramcook-Tantramar.
Well, Mr. Speaker, that didn't answer my question at all. I want to know when and where. So, Mr. Speaker, we must ensure access to high-quality public addictions treatment services. I'm also concerned that there's no regulation of the private rehab centres. While some may follow best practices, hire qualified professionals, and provide appropriate support, they're not required to do so. Therefore, there's no consistency in the quality at different rehab centres. I've heard stories of some rehab centres in the province that raise alarm for me. Some require you to participate in a certain religion, others don't have qualified workers or lack good programming. It's unacceptable that some New Brunswickers are made to pay and/or receive lower quality treatment. The status quo cannot continue. In addition to urgently creating more public beds, we need to set standards for privately run rehab centres. To protect the health and safety of New Brunswickers, will the Minister of Mental Health and Addictions bring in legislation to regulate addictions treatment centres that are not in the public sector?
Minister of Women's Equality.
The member opposite talks about what's acceptable. Everything's unacceptable that we try to do. I'll tell you what's unacceptable. The other day, when I did a statement, the nation mourning the 1989 massacre of 14 women, and she gets up and gets political about it, that's unacceptable. So, I'm telling you now, there's a lot of good work being done. We have a lot of people that have stepped up to the plate to deal with mental illnesses, to deal with people on the street. There's a number of them that have done exceptional work to help them, and they've been successful. So for her to complain about what's not getting done, there are regulations for different facilities, and they follow those regulations, and they're helping people. There's a lot of good work being done, but she would continue to be negative about everything that we're trying to do and condemn some of the good work that's being done. That's unacceptable too, Mr. Speaker.
The Deputy to Kent-Sud.